So you see these little rocks right here? That's what gets you into Totem Grid. I'm going to start merging right here. If you're really, really lucky, you get the cloudy summit right away. If not, then you have to start harvesting in order to get all the topsoil in order to make a cloudy summit. So we didn't get lucky. This is going to take us a while. Bear with me till the end of the video if you really want to learn. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to let a couple of those seeds just harvest themselves. But we're just going around and merging the bigger ones, you know, like ones that have, for example, there's little bushes there and they have 6 bushes. So I will go and pick that little bush and merge that one because I'm merging the most. So what you end up having is mushrooms, grass, and bushes that you won't be able to clear unless you actually make the things that you can harvest in order to create more bushes, create grass, and that's what we're going to be going into in a little bit more detail right now. Now, all of the actual Gaia statues can be healed. So at some point, that's a good thing to do too. So right now we're going to work on the first bush thing. And there we go. So now we have our first level 5. So we're going to go and get our Sky Wonder, which is actually up. See how it's healing those guys' statues? Yeah. Okay, so I've left the Sky Wonder for now. Now we're going to clear up a bunch more of this other stuff. Now, I will mention that I'm actually going to clear the land. I'm not going to keep anything that you would harvest from. That's entirely up to you. If you want to turn this into a farm, then depending on what it is that you want will depend on what you end up keeping and getting rid of the rest. Ultimately, once you've cleared all the land, you can get rid of anything that, you know, creates hearts because you're not going to need them anymore. As you can see, those little seeds have now done their thing. So we are, to clear that land, we merged those, and now we're merging these. Again, they don't give you enough. So all we really want to do at this point in time is to make a dragon tree that we can harvest wood from, because harvesting the wood, as you know, will give us those funky little gnome houses that will then give you bushes so that you can build up your bushes to get that second wonder. Now we are going to get our first wonder because now we need dragons to start harvesting for topsoil. And there we go. Because those are the two things we're going to have to do. We're going to have a harvest for topsoil. And what that's going to do is we didn't get lucky enough to get that cloudy summit. So you're going to have to go from the little mound to the, yeah, and just get rid of that when it's finished. So yeah, to get to the little mound that then goes, excuse me, that kind of slice of dirt. I can't remember what that one's called. Then the Elwyn's Knoll. And then after the Elwyn's Knoll is the one right before the one that we currently have. And that's what's going to really take us the longest time. So right now, we're going to harvest from that dragon tree and get lots of wood. That is going to enable us to get bushes. We don't need any of these mushrooms. So I got one dragon who's harvesting wood, one dragon who's going to harvest topsoil. Now, you can walk away or do something else because this is going to take a while. And we're perhaps I'll put 2 videos on. I'll stop right about here. However, I'll continue recording so I can just trim it and do that. But it takes a while. And typically, if you were going to use this as a stone farm, then you would keep those stones that have already been made, and you will keep the high-end grass that continues to make stones so that you can get your Stonehenge in order to make it a brick farm. If you wanted to make it a coin farm, that is when you will, continue to do this cloudy summit so that you can get the ponds, because the ponds are the ones that are going to spit out grass. So twofold, the ponds are going to spit out grass so that you can clear all the rest of that land, and also leave you with a top high-end grass that you can get stones from if you wish. The other thing that those ponds will do is they will spit out Midas tree seeds. Now, there in itself is a Patience of Job adventure, so to speak. I did a level the other day, and literally it took 25 hours before they finally spit out 3 Midas tree seeds so that we could get started harvesting Midas trees. But this really is a good level for, I mean, you can farm one or the other, or you could do both on it if you wanted to. There's not a lot as far as fruit trees. There's not a whole lot of, there's no floating leaves. So it's not like you can build fruit trees. You got a grape tree, but that's not going to get you a whole lot of coin. It's the watermelons that do that. So while these guys are harvesting and doing their thing, get rid of the mushrooms. You're not going to need the mushrooms that are coming from those bushes. The mushrooms that are sitting there, those spotted guys, they come from the rain puddles. So once we finally get the cloudy summit, then that is when you will take one cloud, let the puddle come out, stick the puddle over here, and leave it alone, and that puddle will turn in to one of these mushrooms, and you can clear that. All of this is going to help us get our bushes so that you can then clear all the other bushes that are over there. This grass that's up there, that's the high-end grass I was talking about. That's where you would harvest stone from if you wanted to do a brick farm. So now it's just a matter of patience. Just keep harvesting, and you will get a bunch more dragons once you build that second wonder. We're coming up pretty soon here where you're gonna see what I had planned. But yes, the biggest weight, totally the biggest weight, is getting enough mounds to build, and then being able to get that cloudy summit. So I'm just going to get to the point here where I can show you the little house thing here. Okay, so there we go. And see how they start spitting those out right away? So that's what you do. You can get rid of that fruit tree and those rocks if that's not what you're going to do, so that your dragons don't get sidetracked and they clearly just do what you want them to do. But there's where you're going. You're going for that level 5 shrub, because then you'll have cleared the bushland, and you'll get a second wonder and have a whack more dragons that you can use on the topsoil. So we're going to stop there for now. Okay, so as you can see here, we're getting pretty close to clearing up those bushes. We've got 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, and all you need is 1 5 in order to get there. So just harvesting the heck out of that little dragon tree so that we can get that done. These guys have been, you know, working over here to try and get more Elwyn's knolls and get things happening. So here we go. This gives us 2 of those. Merge those 3, merge those 3, and we're happening. So now you can get rid of the rest of the gnome houses. That's all good. And get rid of all of that. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, get rid of those rocks. Again, I'm just clearing it all off because, again, I'm clearing the whole land. Now, this is the grass I was telling you about. That one is the one that you can really harvest for a lot of rocks and stones. That's if you're doing Stonehenge. So now it's just a matter of opening that wonder and getting the rest of all of those guys. So we'll stop it for now and wait until I can show you on the next little bit where we actually get the cloudy summit, so you don't have to wade through. Okay, so we're getting a lot closer now. These are the guys that turn into this. So we just want to cross our fingers and hope that when we merge those guys and we get 2 of them, we either get a cloudy summit, or if we then merge the 2 of them with the existing one, please Lord, let it give us a cloudy summit. Because then there's still going to be the wait once the cloudy summit happens. So we're just, and yeah, I keep getting rid of all the flowers while they're happening. No big whoop. Now open those chests, doesn't cost you anything, because a lot of times there's good stuff in there. Yay, finally cloudy summit. So now what you want to do is get rid of all this other stuff, because we don't need that other stuff anymore. Just get rid of it. And now you're going to focus on popping those clouds. Okay, so really quickly, we have our little cloudy summit, and that little cloudy summit has now produced petals so that we can get rid of those other mushrooms over there. Now it's just a matter of actually getting to the pond that's going to kick out some grass. So these ones, you got to hope they don't turn into mushrooms before you get a chance to make them into this. Once they hit this stage, then they don't turn into mushrooms anymore, which is a happy thing. But you do want at least a level above this one. And quite frankly, as I was doing this and going through the level to get it all happening, you know, when you're in a level and you don't want the grass, it spits the grass out all the time. There, that's the one that we totally want for sure. But is it spitting out the grass today? Not so much. So rather than keep you waiting, I will stop this. So finally, it spit out some grass. Oh my goodness. Now we can finish cleaning up all the land. But again, I'm deleting everything so that it's nothing but Gaia statues. But what you want to do is decide what it is you want to use the land for. That particular thing, if you want Stonehenge, you want to keep that grass, because it kicks out the stones. If you want to farm coin, you're going to keep building ponds like crazy, so that they will finally spit out your seeds, your golden seeds. And then you can start mining for trees and things. But that's it. That is how you clear all the land in Totem Grid. So happy dragoning.